Well, some big issues are being tackled this year by the Alzheimer's Association in the state of Ohio. And joining us today, Julia Pechlivanos. She's the Executive Director of Alzheimer's Association for Northwest Ohio chapter. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Holly.
Okay, so first let's talk about this task force in Ohio. And you're trying to get your first ever plan for the state. Let's talk more about that. What does that mean?
Well, we're the 50th state in the country to develop its own Alzheimer's and dementia task force develop a plan. The plan is intended to address three key areas. One is the needs of individuals who have dementia. The other is the types of services that are available to individuals with dementia. And third, of course, is the needs of caregivers, because anyone who has known a caregiver or been a caregiver understands the unique challenges of that role, whether it's unpaid as a family member or friend or paid. But with individuals with dementia, it's particularly challenging. So the plan is really focused on those three areas.
Okay, so is this for everybody in the states then kind of like on the same page, or does this help them get more care and help? What will this plan kind of help to do?
It's really relevant to the state government and to state legislature in order to be able to best utilize the resources we have available in Ohio to have the optimum outcome in terms of the care available for individuals and their caregivers. And then also really looking for those gaps in services and what can be done about that.
Yeah, because we know, more and more people are getting diagnosed and families are dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, right?
That's right. We have 220,000 Ohioans who are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and many others with other forms of dementia. So it's a continuously growing problem. In the next 15, 20 years, we will see an additional 30, 40,000 people at a time that will have this disease. So at this moment in time, there are 220,000, but it will continue to grow as our baby boom generation grows older, because the greatest indicator or risk factor for dementia is, of course, age.
All right. Okay, so now you also want, there's a public comment period coming up, and the deadline is February 10th. You want people to help out and try to reverse a decision that was made about, I think it's about drugs and things that can treat Alzheimer's and dementia. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So we're really disappointed a couple of weeks ago when the Centers for Medicare Services, CMS, did a draft recommendation that they would not be paying for a drug that's FDA approved for Alzheimer's. It was approved last June. It's the first ever drug to treat the underlying cause of Alzheimer's disease that affects over 6 million Americans. They will not pay for that drug through Medicare. And this is a draft decision with a public comment period. But it's not just about this particular drug, which is called Aduhelm. It's a Biogen drug, once a month infused. It's about all the drugs that are currently in the pipeline that are of the same family of drugs. So these are monoclonal antibodies. They erase or remove the amyloid plaque from the brain of the individual with Alzheimer's disease. This drug was somewhat controversial through its approval process, largely because it's only appropriate for a very small subset of individuals who have Alzheimer's disease, which is those people who are just experiencing the very first symptoms of Alzheimer's, mild cognitive impairment or early stage Alzheimer's. So it's not appropriate for someone who's significantly lost their ability to function in their job or in their daily lives. But this is a unique decision on the part of CMS because it's not about just the one drug. It's about the entire class of drugs, the family of drugs, with 3 additional drugs in later stages of clinical trial right now.
So the public comment is needed, right? So you got to try to reverse that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, one of the things that we would ask you to do, if you feel strongly about this, is contact us at the Alzheimer's Association in Northwest Ohio. We would love to talk to you about your feelings about this and see how we can link you into our public policy machine to help us express your views to our legislators and also even to the President of the United States. This is an absolutely critical decision. While Aduhelm and this class of drugs are not the perfect solution and they are not a cure for Alzheimer's disease, they are all we have for this fatal brain disorder. And so we're working really hard to see that this gets reversed.
Right, yeah, this is one of those reasons why public comment might really help out. Well, Julia, thanks for sharing all these issues today and telling us what's happening.
All right. Well, thank you, Holly.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.
Give any room in your home a